NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Miami Dolphins. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Rolling to his right, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also cost him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. On 3rd down, Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. Play action. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
Yeah, and you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Forced out to his left. Room pass, Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
After that play, I think we know one quarterback who'll be extremely happy if his defense can hold the opposing team to a field goal here.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Jackson to Andrews on that one. 1st down, Baltimore.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off Byron Jones.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 25-yard line.
Down, blue 32.
Hey, 40's Mike, right there. 40's Mike.
They'll run now with Gaskin, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Play fake for Gasket. Now Tua. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Hey, check back six.
Tua now on first down. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. The 30, 10, 5.
Pick six, baby. Let's get this.
He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Dobbins. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. On second and goal, Jackson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
I'm ready to take over, baby.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes our score 17-0.
17. Ravens, nothing. Jason Sanders to kick off Miami.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down.
Mike 55. I'm coming.
Change it.
You mine. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing is Jackson. Flush to his right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Play action. It's Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Dobbins. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Second and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Second and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Now Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. That's into the hands of Prochet. Touchdown! James Prochet, 32 yards. And the Ravens cut into that lead. And he had time there. I mean, you give any quarterback that length of time, he'll make you pay.
It just puts way too much stress on guys trying to cover downfield because, as you said, you that much time in the pocket, he can scan the field, find the open person. That's exactly what happened there. And what was the end result again?
Touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. This is Jakeem Grant. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Room to run for Gaskin. And he's going to be out up around the 45. 5-yard line.
Complete to Miles Gaskin. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Dolphins.
Ready up.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Mike 40. Go, let's get this ball back.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively at second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Tua. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. He was looking for Jalen Waddle there, and it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. On fourth down, Michael Pilardi on to punt. James Prochet deep for Baltimore. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home,
To throw again on second down. Jackson escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. They got his man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 91 yards. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Well, it doesn't matter where you put him, lined up in the backfield or split out like he was there. He can be a weapon when he gets that ball in his hands.
And plenty to praise on the play, but this is also a bit of a breakdown defensively because you've got to be right on him when he makes the catch. Otherwise, he has the ability to really make you pay, and he does right there, picking up excellent real estate after the catch.
And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To throw again on second down. Tua. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen, broke off his pass rush, and then get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on. Gaskin, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
You boys came out to play. I've been here, brother. Don't be mad. Don't be mad.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Both teams going back through their game plans, making their final halftime adjustments. And for the call of the second half, we go back up to Baltimore and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. This is Gaskin on the carry. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. CD, put on your OC cap here. What do you do? 2nd and 1, you get stuffed. Now 3rd and 1.
You know, in the old days, I would have said we're going to line up and we're going to run the same darn play and we're going to get it right. But nowadays, as tough as defenses are, I want some mobility. I want some movement, putting the ball in the hands of my quarterback and giving him a run-pass option.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He got 29 yards that time.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Now a handoff here to his running back, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tua to his Alabama teammate Waddle. First down, Miami. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Gaskin again on 2nd down. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Sanders' kick is good, and they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Here's Jackson. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. And Jackson throwing once more. Dancing to his left. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Well, Lamar Jackson, for all the talents of escaping pressure that he possesses, he was helpless to do much of anything there. He had no chance.
And what a great call defensively there because they decided to bring pressure off the corner. And a lot of times, those big linemen, they can't account for the speed of a defensive back. And that time, he made a beeline right for the quarterback and got him. The cat blitz, tough to defend.
On first down, Dobbins. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now Dobbins again on second down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 41 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Jackson. Toward the pylon, caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are an extra point away from taking the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now a throw here, hauled in. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Tua. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. 7 yards, the pickup there.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 2nd down and 3. Now Tua. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Tua to throw, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A good job there defensively to stop him for a gain of just 4, and that'll bring up 4th and goal. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And it'll be a good time in South Beach tonight. The Dolphins have won the game. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And you and I, we just looked at each other and kind of had the same thought. I don't think that we saw this result coming. If they were going to win, maybe at home, but not here on the road.
No, not at all. We thought that at the end, the strength would win out. And that didn't happen. But let's give them credit. Went on the road without being intimidated. Went on the road with not just belief, but a strong belief that they could pull it off and